So we'd like to close proceedings this afternoon. Probably like to invite Professor Dr. Abhnash Bains to come and close our event, apart from the gala this evening, of course. Thank you for the speakers this afternoon. And this, as I was just talking to the ladies before, it's incredible, isn't it, how there's some amazing, strong women, you know, and around the world, really strong and powerful, successful women.
Okay, it's been a long day, I think today, long 2 days. But we appreciate the friendship that we made here in Trinidad, first of all, and the help and advice and amazing support that we received from everybody while we've been here, including the hotel management. We will thank them this evening more, final day or final evening. So first of all my speakers that's also traveled from around the world, I'd like to thank them. And I know some of them, including Rupa and Vanessa, had very long journeys. And they're still looking fresh, especially Rupa. I mean, I don't know where she gets the energy. It might be that she's a lot younger than me, so that's fine. And so also for the speakers who joined us virtually, and I know there has been 1 or 2 videos that hasn't come through for whatever reason, but we will give them the same exposure as the rest of the online speakers, as well as the ones that are here, attended in person. And I'm hoping once this goes across, I mean, you will all be featured in our magazine, on our radio, on our other various media. And already, we only been here 2 days so far. This is the 3rd day. And I mean, I've been getting, my team back home in the UK, who's monitoring everything. There's been so many good results coming through saying that they would like to work with us, whether it's in education, whether it's in health, whether it's in manufacturing, where we have ICG chairs who are in manufacturing, and various others, environment and so on. So thank you, those who are listening here and online. And all I can say, it's been an amazing event, and that has only been made a success by each and every one of you who's taken the part and the time to join us, whether it's online, whether it's here in person. But there is a small thank you I want to say. I just saw the video, like most of you did just now, of the students who've been volunteering here. And those students who may be listening, and we do have a youth monitoring group, and I'm passionate about getting the future generations into work, into employment, or into anything that they are passionate. Like most speakers you have heard, you know, you're given by parents. I mean, I remember talking to one of your journalists, one of your people, and she's saying young people are taught here that, you know, you have to be a doctor, you know, like a professional teacher, doctor, lawyer, whatever, which is similar to what we Asians in the UK were told by our parents, including me. My parents had a dream that, you know, one of us would be a doctor, the other one was a teacher. Well, my brother did fulfill that dream. He's a doctor. And as you saw, my own daughter and my son-in-law, they're GPs, doctors. So, but there's nothing, and I like to, I mean, for me, and this is where with the principal I will say, teachers have a lot. And I had a favorite teacher who happened to leave at that crucial time when I was 15. So I lost interest. At the same time, it was because I lost my grandmother. So two combined, I lost the taste. I always like to explore things, and I'm very passionate. I like to find things. But I lost the interest to stay on at school. But if you have the passion to do whatever you want, and you have the knowledge, and you're willing to work hard, there's no way you can be stopped. And I left the school at 16 against my parents. I didn't even tell them I left school at 16, because in the UK we have what we call a week's holidays in October, just a week before my birthday, you know. And I was like, okay, I'm going to leave school, I'm going to get jobs so my parents can't say anything. And I did get a job after school at 3:30. I looked at a local paper, went to a job interview. They offered me the job straight away. I don't know what they saw in, but they gave me a job to start on Monday. And I started. And then on Sunday night, I didn't know how to tell this to my mom and dad, because my dad and I were best friends. My mom would blow off. She was hot-tempered, but again, she was my best friend as well. And so finally I thought, who do I approach first to tell them I left school? So I thought, I can't tell mom, she's going to blow up, because in those days, we're going back to the 70s when Asian good girls did not leave school. Either they went into education or they got married. That was the two choice, all right? And so you either went to further education or you got married. So the trick was, so I thought, approach my dad when he's had his food and he's relaxed. That's something I learned from my mom. She used to say, never argue with a person or tell them something till they are, content. So I waited and I said, Dad, I'm not going back to school. And he went, and credit to my dad, he was the most patient man that you could imagine. And he went, okay. And then I could hear him going, and then my mom said, what were you two talking in English? Because her English wasn't very good. And I said, I'm not going back to school. And she was like, what will my brother say? We can't afford to keep our daughter, and so on. And then we have to get her married. So my father said, it's okay, let her go. And I tell you something, I started that job and the work was never ending. What I didn't realize was that the sales manager was piling his work on me. And every day I would get in there at 8:30 and I'd still be there till 6 o'clock. And our managing director was away because he was a self-made millionaire. When he came back and there was this pile of work, and every day I'm the last one in and the first. This was on my third day and I was almost in tears. And I thought, I'll go back to school. Doesn't matter, go back to school. I don't need to study, I just go to school and go back. And I opened the door and I heard my mum and dad talking, and my mum's going, my parents are, what my brothers are saying is embarrassment, what's the community gonna say? And my father saying, calm down, she won't last a week. She's gonna give up. I can already see the signs. I heard my dad say that and I thought, Dad, you don't know your own daughter. And I stayed in that job, grinded my teeth, went back the next day. And if I hadn't heard that, I would have gone back to school, so my life might have been different. But that job taught me a lot. Taught me never to give up. Believe in myself. Within 2 years, I was running the youngest office manager for the marketing team of engineering. And if you ever have engineering sales manager, sales rep, you know how difficult it is. And they all tower over me. That's why the other trick I learned, like my daughter said, I'm short like my mom. She said, well, I am short, but I put that to my advantage. So if somebody's taller than me, I say seated, so that they have to look down. So you see, you learn tricks of the trade. So this is a short story to you young girls. I was amazed that you did this dance. You have other interests. You're passionate. You're here showing you, came to do some voluntary work. And I hope you learned from us. And I hope you exchanged numbers. But I will say, if you're not too sure about something, my number's there. You can call me and my team. And since you've been part of the ICG group, I can tell you, I'm a lioness. I don't let my friends, my family, or my groups be taken advantage of. So if you're under the umbrella of ICG, we will support you. All right. So that's all I'm going to say. So keep in touch, work with each other. Hopefully you get employment. You met some very senior people, including Ramesh this morning. So again, going back, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support, for your encouragement, for the help you've given us. My sister Ishkama is here. She's got her sister and her niece here, who's a lovely young lady, and we've been talking, and she's been advising us, and she helped with the tickets and everything when we needed to change and so on. And also my own personal advisory team and the ICG. Angela is, our in the advisory team, and hopefully you see bigger and better things. And Nicole is our ICG, Rupa, and these are the quality of people. You can see we don't take everybody. We do get requests for people to join us as ICG chairs, but there is a certain thing I look for, which I find that everybody I met here has shown, which is 3 things I value: honesty, compassion, and the service, the need to do service. And I think that's why I was drawn to Ishkama. All right, or Kamalji, who's not here today, because you all are passionate about doing something for others to make your communities better, and that's what we look for our ICG chairs. Because I'm a firm believer, if you give back to back to your communities or help others, the universe rewards you. And this is why I think with ICG we cross all boundaries, whether it's religious, whether it's country boundaries, because at the end of the day we all come from the same place. My father used to have this theory sometimes that we all came from one place, and then something happened, and we went different countries, and we ended up getting different colors as well, and so on, and we followed what we had to. But I like to say we are human. We are joined in that to do the best we can. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Now I'm going to pass it over to Ruba to start the song. Is Jamil there to start the music? And so we finish on a high, because but if you want, I can do a little bit of meditation while we're waiting for Jamil. Where's Jamil? And so I'm going to do a little bit of meditation. We did that yesterday morning, and most of the people that were here found it very helpful. So if I do a little bit now, and then we have a music that might up you up. Okay, first of all, take a couple of, just where you are, just move your legs and hands and feet, just for 2 minutes, and so, and then take a couple of deep breaths, taking deep breaths. Take a couple of deep breaths. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in all that positive energy, taking deeper and deeper breaths. Feel that wonderful energy entering the tip of your head. Feel that wonderful energy going deeper and deeper, deep down. And as you breathe in, feel that energy, that white, wonderful white golden energy going down your head and turning into a beautiful indigo, getting rid of all that tension, all those negative thoughts and emotions. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out all those negative thoughts, every feeling that holds you back, and every negative thought that has ever held you back. And now as you breathe in deeper and deeper, you can feel that indigo energy going down to your throat, clearing your throat and turning into wonderful, wonderful royal blue, the deep blue, to make your language concise and stronger, so you're able to communicate your feelings in a correct and clear manner. And now breathing out any blockages. Breathe out the blockages. And now as that beautiful indigo and blue energy travels down, gradually turning into yellow. And green, the color of the bright leaves. Feel that wonderful green making your heart stronger than it's ever felt. Feel yourself becoming stronger emotionally, spiritually, physically. That wonderful green of the trees, of the leaves, of the grass, wonderful green, making your heart stronger and making you feel more and more positive. And now breathe out any blockages, any toxin, any negative thoughts. And feel that green turning into a bright yellow, a wonderful yellow. Clearing any pain, any toxins. And as you breathe out, breathing out all those negative thoughts, emotions, and now going great down, the yellow becoming orange, clearing your stomach of any upset, making it more and more clear. And now deeper and deeper, right into the base, the red, the core of the earth, bright red, strong red. And if you have any back problems, getting rid of all that back pain, making your back stronger, making you more and more healthier. And as you breathe in, you're breathing all that wonderful energy. And now breathe out those negative thoughts, emotions, and feel your back becoming more and more strong and upright. And now breathing out all those negative thoughts, emotions, and feelings. And you can feel them gradually fading away, right up, going higher and higher into the sky till there's not a spark left. And now that wonderful energy going down your thighs, your legs, your calves, into your feet and into Mother Earth, healing the Mother Earth. And feel yourself becoming more and more strong and healthier. And enjoy this for a few minutes. Enjoy this feeling of a sense of well-being, a sense of well-being that will stay with you from this day onwards, making you wonderfully happy and positive. And as you sit and absorb that, and you feel that you have learned a lot at the ICG convention, feel that wonderful friendships that you have made here, the knowledge and the experience that you have gained from each other, and the friendships that will hopefully stay the length of time, and the business connections that you have made here to take you further afield. And now, coming back into the ballroom at the Radisson, coming back feeling more and more positive, more and more happier than you have felt for a long time, more and more energized. Feel yourself coming back here, feeling energized, happier, and focused than you have felt for a long, long time. And I hope you all enjoy this session and enjoy the ICG convention. So those of you who are attending this evening, I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully that be more in the party mood. So thank you for everybody turning up. Thank you. So now, Rupa, let's start the music. Jamil, thank you. So we finish off on a high on the music, and at least it get you energized so you can get ready, dressed, and be back this evening. Thank you.